Oh, folks, and welcome back to Mankind Divided. Let us continue. And goddamn do I hate this chair, it constantly feels uncomfortable. There's a weird pressure on my lower back, rear parts, and it's driving my head up the wall. I think it's just OCD, but it's unending. And I just realized again I forgot to take my medication. Well, this is going to take a moment to load, so I'll just mute myself and go do it. And as a friendly reminder, if you have medication to take, now, be sure to do so. Here's to making my tongue go numb again. So, BRB. Hey folks, and yeah, you can hear me again. Hopefully you couldn't hear me a moment ago while I was drinking. So yeah, just putting them away. Still not quite in yet. The loading screens on this are annoyingly long. But thankfully it's only when you're initially loading in. When your save's coming like a bastard, like I do, it's not too bad. I probably should put them in the bag. Alright. Oh yes, this place. There's shite in here, but I can't. Oh, this is a new one. The Robot Within. Isn't that like the opening to also?
This is no way to live.
That guy looks cool. I know I'm kind of waiting to see him in like American Civil War armor, uniform. The Robot Within. Isn't that like the start of Binary Domain? Guy wanders in. It's like, I thought I was a human, but I'm actually a robot. It's not the start to. Ignore that, please. I must have tapped off one. I can't go to 5. But anyway, I would like to play that Binary Domain at some stage. It's owned by Sega, but I think Sega might be okay with Let's Plays now. They had a spaz out a while back and took down tons of channels, but I think they're okay now. I have no idea. I really don't. And as such, I'm kind of scared. But anyway. Oh yeah, do I have any praxis points? I have 1. Good. When I get the second one, I'm getting jumps. I need that access to your apartment. I really want to go in there.
You know why everybody spouts their opinions online? So they can fool themselves into believing someone gives a shit. Complaining on social media is how lazy cowards pretend they're actually doing something to change the world.
Oh, you're gonna get ratioed so hard.
I've got it all here. Any, cheap, expensive, imported, exported, whatever.
A better world.
Ugh, why am I wasting my time with you? You odds never spend.
You never have what I want. Jerk off. Yes, cheeky breaky.
Aukové nemůžou utíct, chudí se nedostanou nahoru, závisláci nemůžou přestat. Trojitý kouzlo matičky Prahy.
It's a little loud.
Sorry, I'm not. Oh, thought you were another one from the church. No one treats them well, just like any other minority religion. People enjoy being religious bigots. They just have to wait for it to become socially acceptable.
Paint it on. F4. And here. Oh, this is a way around those guys. Though it used to have trip mines here. Thankfully they have been dealt with. Bodies are still here. Cops are quick on the shoot and not quick on the clean up. Christ.
Oh. Hello.
Damn, Hanser. You should be in Golem City with all the rest of your terrorist friends.
Weren't we friendly just a second ago?
Blow the whole fucking place up if it was up to me.
Here we go.
Sometimes you have to stand up to people.
Oh no, it was you.
Do the right thing. Wrong place, wrong time. I feel sorry for you, kind.
Get the hell away from here, Ugg. You want to blow something up? Blow yourselves up. Back off. You never know if one of you is going to blow up or go crazy or whatever.
Okay. So, has this place been dealt with? No.
Let us set up a second checkpoint.
They don't even know their buddy's been killed. I think... Is there anything else I need to do around here? The zone apartments were once highly luxurious, but have recently fallen on hard times. Since the incident, the neighborhood surrounding this old building has fallen into disrepair. This avant-garde structure is an homage to the Velvet Revolution, and a reminder that when oppression is a constant threat, the city is only as strong as its weakest link.
Zatraceni Augové.
Všichni Augové si připravějí doklady.
Bit. Okay. I could get away with that in the Human Revolution, apparently not anymore. Oh well.
Answer, bastard.
Sir, moving from current position.
Climbing buildings in style. Not quite a fan of the new system for pocket secretaries. It was much more quicker in the previous game. For the attention of Eva, welcome to Ad Astra. This message should help you get started with what to do next. Ad Astra is a community-led support group dedicated to helping our augmented neighbors in their day-to-day lives and provides voluntary aid from naturals just like you. Our efforts can be as large as ambitious at promoting official government support, all the way to simply lending a sympathetic ear. The augmented are still human beings and deserve compassion, understanding, and dignity just like the rest of us. Be sure to join us on our weekly recap next Wednesday at our modest community centre across from the Zone Apartments building, second floor. For basic services and advice, so feel free to use their services. Thanks again for supporting our cause. Together we can create a healthier space and attitude towards the augmented. Ad Astra. And those here previously. There's some places I have to hit up once I get improved hacking around here, like. Sorry, the chair is bugging me. Okay. Let's not jump down to them. Okay, that was odd. Still, at least they didn't die.
Nice time for a walk. Unless you're looking for trouble, keep moving, Lang.
Okay, figured I was gonna have to show him stuff.
These papers are out of date. No, they expired.
Who's roaring? Wait in queue.
Okay, next.
Wait, no augmented allowed.
Please.
But this is the augmented queue. That's
Just stay where you are. This won't take much longer.
that's bizarre.
Everything seems to be in order.
And you can even see like this is is caved in with barbed wires. There isn't. They're kind of heavy-handed on the repressive stuff. You gonna go?
Get out of here.
Okay.
People need to understand that citizenship is a privilege, and it demands responsibility.
Sorry. Speaking of responsibility.
Stay safe.
Oddly enough, no one else has required my identification.
Augmented people just like you are creating the future.
I was kind of expecting, to have to talk to them, but apparently not. Oddly.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Felice Allman, and I represent the Santo Group. We're looking for able-bodied augmented persons like you to help us create the future.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this might be the wrong town to hawk a dream of the future in.
Don't you think it's exactly the right one? Prague, a city with no respect for the choices.
Oh, I can see what's gonna come.
Citizens made to become augmented. The choice you made.
And you're going to tell me Santos found a city that does respect us.
We're making it. You can't deny the world has to change. For the better this time. Augmentations helped us take great steps before. And we can do it again. In Rabia. A concept city. 3D printed. Beyond state-of-the-art. A symbol of evolution.
In the deserts of Oman. I've seen the news stories. But Santo's not a charity, and I don't think your stakeholders are philanthropists.
That's why they've asked people like me to spread the word, to make an offer. Incentive-driven employment for any augmented person. You'll get a sponsored work permit for the duration of the city's construction.
And after that?
A guaranteed place in the residency lottery.
I was waiting for I didn't ask for this. Because that became such a meme, I was waiting for it to be said again. Because he didn't ask for this. He didn't make this choice. It was made for him. You're asking all to send themselves up to a future that was made in a laboratory and built in a desert. Seems a little utopic. I appreciate that you believe in what you're selling, this new future. Future the augmented want is the same as anyone else. And the future isn't something a corporation is creating inside a premium. Anyone knows that, it's the augmented. I do appreciate them giving you the whole sentence. So many games don't give it to you. Like, look at Fallout 4, for example. Apparently, like, every answer is an ultimately yes thing. But it's just like, yes, no, sarcasm, or whatever. But, well, I suppose ultimately yes is a different issue altogether. But you get yes, no, or sarcastic, and maybe there's a fourth option. But I can't remember. At least that's what I'm hearing about that game. And while in Witcher you get an idea of what Geralt will say, but I swear sometimes he says the exact opposite, or it's just a generally inaccurate summation of what he will say. it's an abbreviated form of it, and it tends to be inaccurate. It's more a little frustrating. So I'm kind of
The future isn't something a corporation can create and sell at a premium. If anyone knows that, it's the Augmented.
Our augments were sold to us, weren't they? And we took them and we used them to change our lives. The future is a framework. Santo is the only corporation in the world to increase its augmented workforce in the past 2 years. Did you know that?
That must be convenient for a construction business.
It's the opposite. Our CEO's life has been threatened for supporting the legitimacy of augmented people. But he, Mr. Brown, understands that the augmented saw the future early and rushed to meet it.
An odd... the emphasis she said there was odd.
I thought the Udalek complex was Santo's future for the Augmented. From what I've heard, it didn't go to plan.
Not to our plan. Utalek was supposed to be a low-cost, high-volume housing solution for transient workers. It was never meant to become what it has.
And why didn't Brown step in? Doesn't look good to have your name associated with an Aug ghetto.
It's out of our hands. Since the incident, it's been run by the Czech state and their police. That will never happen with Rapia.
Probably why it's out in the desert and, you know, it's so isolated.
What guarantee do I have that life in Rabia is different than the segregation here?
No naturals, I guess.
Santo is the guarantee. We keep the rights to the city in perpetuity, never handing it off to people who want the Augmented out of sight and out of mind.
But that's still exactly what you're doing. A city in a bubble, born from fear between Augmented and non-Augmented.
There have always been divisions in society. There always will be. That's why there are walls. Someone has to build the walls, and that's Santo.
The one issue with wall building I learned about in like Irish history is that up in Northern Ireland it was a powder keg. There was the Unionists and the Loyalists. Well, there was the I can never remember the term. Basically, there was people who wanted a free Ireland and people who wanted Ireland to be part of England. They were the Unionists, and then there's also a religious aspect to it. The Catholics and Protestants. Typically, the Catholics wanted a free Ireland. Protestants wanted to be part of England because England was a Protestant country. But there was some Catholic Unionists as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was the other way around. Some Protestants who wanted Ireland free of England. Wouldn't be surprised. And one of the things that apparently added to the whole powder keg was the walls they built throughout Northern Ireland, segregating the communities. Since the communities would have restricted access to each other, it aided fostering the idea that the other side were monsters. And, you know, it helped foster that hatred. Sorry, the chair just feels like off balance or something. It helped foster that idea that the other side were bad. It helped feed into it. Probably because, like, I'm guessing they'd hear this stuff and they wouldn't be able to have, since they were so restricted from seeing the other side, they wouldn't have positive experiences to counteract that. They would just hear the negative, hear the bad, and whatnot. So, building walls can be useful, but it can also feed into the despair, feed into the havoc. It can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. That's why with Brexit and the like going on right now, there is a fear of, you know, the hard border being built again. Apparent, at least I think I remember hearing some people, you know, talking about that in relation to the troubles and the like. I think, can't quite remember. Recently, the talk has been about, you know, tariffs and, you know, just sheer price of, you know, stuff going in and out of Northern Ireland. Just focusing on like the more economic side rather than that.
So this incentive program, positioning Rabia for the Augs, it's all on Nathaniel Brown?
Everything. The industrial printing of the city, the archaeological design, the recruiting drive, even the street teams. Mr. Brown met us personally to sign off on us. Would you believe it?
Yeah, I think I would. Archaeological?
Architectural ecology. Rabia is 0 footprint, fully self-sufficient. It is not just his solution for the augmented, it is his solution for cities. It is visionary. There is no other word for it.
Right. Unfortunately, most of the visionaries I've met were so busy chasing their grand plan, they lost sight of the little people.
But though clearly the archaeologies do take off, we see them in Invisible War. Well, I suppose we didn't see them in Deus Ex.
You've given me a lot to chew on. I can't sign up with you on the spot.
Just consider it. What I've told you. I'm not trying to sell you the e-brochure of Rabia. You've seen it all anyway. They're just pictures and holograms. I want you to believe in the place.
Had an oddly intense conversation with her about that. You know, for, you know, person handing out brochures, it's... You know, we got more into it than you'd expect. Can we give him money?
How about a few credits? Come on. Don't be shy. Be generous. Don't be shy. Be generous.
I'll give some to him, but there's no option. Can I just give you a gun? Here. Join this. Yeah, there's no option to throw money. So, meh.